very, very headed notepaper. But no, but I'm very shut down, but I like my inhibitions. They protect me from my hibitions. Whatever the hell that means. I hope you know what I'm talking about, because I'm gone. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like a newsreader on Fox. What? I tell you. Now listen, I have actually been to a nude beach before. I have. I know it's exciting. I went to a nude beach. Yeah, please take your clothes off. No, I told you. Now, I went to a nude beach in Portugal. I was travelling with a girlfriend, and we thought it'd be fun. Now, but it was quite early on in the relationship. It was very early on. And, you know, it was the first holiday. Let's go to Portugal. Let's try the nude beach. But we hadn't seen each other in full sunlight before. You know, it was just that kind of scamper to the bathroom, you know, that kind of hide your bum thing. Do you do that? I do that. I hide my bum. I don't know why. Like, that's not the worst bit. I'd have to, like, do that. And, anyway, you know, we'd never seen each other. She had never seen me without my girdle. And so... and I was worried, can I go 6 hours without exhaling? I don't know if I can. I don't know if you've ever been to a nude beach. It's very, very creepy. It's really... Oh, it's awful. And the people at the nude beach, they give you a kind of little nod like that when you're walking out. You know, like kind of like, I'm naked, you're naked, we're friends. We're not friends! You know, don't wink at me. Now, nobody recognised me on the nude beach, but I think some people recognised my genitals. Now, that's a worry. Yeah, I know, I couldn't understand it either. Are they sneaking out at night on their own? How do people know them? Now, there are topless beaches everywhere all over Europe. They're all over the place. In America, they're a little... they're hard to find places. I find them, but they're difficult to find. You know, and I'm European, and until I get my US passport, I am required by law to go topless on US beaches. And, yes, and wear a Speedo. It's the law. I have to wear a... Actually, I don't know if it's better to wear a Speedo or just be naked. It's almost worse to wear a Speedo, really. Isn't it, you think? It's worse. It's true. I mean, forcing all that business into that tiny little area, some beasts were not meant to be caged. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Live free or die, that's what I say. The weird thing about nudists on the nude beach, the thing that really freaked me out is they wear hats. They're walking out stark bollock naked with a hat on. They're saying, well, you don't want to get sunburned. Here, if you're worried about getting sunburned, here's something I recommend. Clothes! And they're always saying that thing about, you know, they're getting back to nature, playing volleyball and riding ATVs the way nature intended. Nature did not intend you to ride an ATV. Especially naked with that plastic seat on your ass. Well, no. Now, like I said, very few people look good naked. But nudists are almost always unattractive. Come on, it's true. It's true. It's like, oh, yes, we go every week to the weekend, take our clothes off. Oh, my God, really? Jeez. The only people less attractive than nudists are usually swingers. You know, they're always looking for... that's why they're always looking for other partners. And like, oh, good God, no. Listen, if you're a nudist or a swinger and you're watching, please don't send any letters. Or any pictures, either. Well, I've actually been naked in public before. This is a true story. In Australia, it was at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. It was around about 1987. So, you know, still drink. I was in the drinking days. And the headliners for the Melbourne Comedy Festival was Rita Rudner, Phyllis Diller, and me from Scotland, the Novelty Act. And, you know, and it was 10 a.m. in the morning for this press conference, and I was drunk. Because, you know, in Australia, everything's topsy-turvy, you know. I used to get drunk in the morning and drunker at night. But I got up at this press conference. I took my clothes off in front of Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller and Rita Rudner. And, I'm terrified. There's bound to be some photographs of this somewhere. And it made the papers in Australia. It was a big story, front page news. And the headline was, "Ugly kangaroo spotted with tiny baby." All right, that's not true. But the story's true. Man, that's a horrible visual, isn't it? I actually got naked on the Drew Carey show once as well, for the full Monty episode of the Drew Carey show. I worked on that show. Drew Carey bet me $50 that I wouldn't get naked for that show. Man, $50 is $50 to a Scotsman. I've taken my clothes off for less than that. So the whole week, the entire cast are trying to stay away from the food table, trying to not get too heavy. And just before we shoot the scene, I go to the food table and Drew Carey's there and I'm there and we're both standing eating cookies. Wearing our dressing gowns, getting ready to reveal the whole thing, just standing eating cookies. And he looked over at me and he said, "It's too late now anyway." True. It's too late now. Another time I got naked, I was sailing with my ex-father-in-law. Let me finish. I was out sailing with my ex-father-in-law, and it's not. We started off wearing clothes, and he's a good sailor, my ex-father-in-law. We're on one of these little Hobie cats, they're called. It's a little kind of two hulls, a little net in between, a wee sail. You know, you do all the whoa-ha, whoo-yah stuff. So we were doing all that. And it was the 4th of July weekend in the Long Island Sound. It was packed with people all whoa-ha, whoa-ha. You know, and people were sailing too. And anyway, they were in this thing, and it tips over. It tipped right over and fell into the water. So we're both in the water, swimming. And he looks at me and he says, "Are you all right?" I said, "I'm okay, but the mast of the thing ripped my swimming trunks completely off." I mean, it was such a freak. All I was left with was the waistband. I'm not kidding, that absolutely happened. And so he's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but that's all that's left of my swimming trunks." I've never seen a man almost die laughing and drowning at the same time. He's like, so anyway, this guy comes by in a little pleasure. He sees us in the water, and, you know, my father-in-law is like, you know, obviously in trouble. He's like, and I'm kind of like, and he said, "Is everything okay?" And I told him what happened, and he laughed, and then he said, "I've got a pair of swimming trunks in my, I don't know, stowaway thing." And he throws me a pair of swimming trunks. I say, "Thanks," and I get back up. We get our boat right, and I sail in. And I think, well, I'll give the guy his trunks back. So I walk round to his little mooring space, where his, you know, pleasure craft is normally, and he's not there, but his wife is there. So I've got his trunks. And I just give his trunks to his wife, and I say, "These are Bob's, just tell him thanks." So